If ladies inevitably become menopausal, what do men become?
Yeah, this is the direction we like taking society to. You see, a lot of, let me not be quoted, we sort of tend to address one group, one group, one group, you get?
Yes.
And forget that society lives together. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So even in men, there is the menopause of men, in quotes, is called andropause, whereby andro is Greek for man and, you know, pose. And now for men, whereas menopause is low estrogen, men is low testosterone. You get what I mean? So now when the testosterone levels go down, there are many factors. One of it is aging. And therefore, suppose you have men and women, say they are partners, you know, they are living together. And now, naturally, for instance, there's a natural progression of society. Both of them are going through menopause and andropause. You see, sort of they will balance out. You get around. Whereas the needs change for men, the needs also change for women. So andropause is a low testosterone, but that for men is slower than women, as in, you get. For women is more sudden. For men is slower. You see, and it's if you look at nature, it's a natural way of sort of balancing out. You get what I mean? So you do not want a man with testosterone levos at 100. And you get, and that is an explanation that so it goes both ways. You see, so you may find some ladies, the libido is still high at 50, and the man is, you know, andropause, and so it's not a one-way thing. It's not.
All right. So Daktari, the question here is, when does andropause kick in?
So again, yeah, it's slower for men and more gradual. So there is no sort of specific date, but with aging, you sort of get a slow progression of lower testosterone levels, you see. But it's not as dramatic.
So
as
age
women,
age gap, age bracket?
40?
Is it also 40?
It may be 40, 50. From 40 now onwards, you see, you get what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Interesting. And I'm glad that this has been touched on so that the men know that they're not in the clear on this one. All right. Now, let me bring in Tabitha. Tabitha, you are a cancer survivor, colon cancer, and that was, it was actually caught at stage 2 of it. Had menopause hit before or did it come after?
The menopause was already there. It's had already gone, and I was back to my normal life. You notice that when people go through menopause, that's the age when the menstruation has gone and all that. Then you become normal, a new normal way of living, without your periods, you know, and you're okay. And as somebody has said, you can have fun at that particular time because you can't get pregnant. You enjoy your intimacy and all that because now that fear of getting pregnant has gone, and you start feeling nice. My cancer came in 2015. I'm 65, so I had already gone through my age. And advantages, which I always tell my patients and my family, always go for checkup because this checkup is what helped me. And it was caught up quite early. And because of these exercises, as I told you, I'm quite an active person. It didn't go very far. And what I noticed is mostly is positive attitude. If you don't have positive attitude, you can actually go through these very difficult things. As Dr. has said, with estrogens and progesterones, which he has explained, when they go down, you feel like you are no longer the person you are. And that can make you feel negative moods and irritability. But when you accept what is going on through your body, and as we said, creating awareness, telling people this is what happens, you're able to move to the next level. And we tell people don't stay at that point, move on.
Thank you for that. And the reason Dr. Rie asked that is because it has been said that cancer therapies, at least some of them, can actually induce menopause, right?
Yes, they do. The cells that are rapidly growing, and therefore cancer drugs, for instance, they reduce that. You get what I mean? What is a cancer? A cancer is a cell that is growing too fast and causing other problems, you see? So how chemotherapy works, the treatment with the drugs, is that they target those, when they enter these cells that are growing too fast, they slow them down and kill them. Of course, they affect your normal cells, but a bit slower. You see, these ones are, so you'll get side effects which are temporary. Then when the cells recover, then you sort of, they will recover, but you will have enabled the stopping this fast growth and ability to eliminate them. So that's now when they target the testes and the ovary, then that can lead to menopause, because you have, in quotes, eliminated those fast growing cells. Yeah.
So it's a temporary thing.
It is temporary, but can be permanent.
Okay.
In terms of, and for some people who maybe would have wanted to preserve their eggs, sometimes you do harvesting of the ovum, you know, just the way we do in vitro fertilization, harvest and store. You get, so that after the treatment, you get, well, then you can now use your eggs to get children.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And speaking about getting children, there's a question for you in a moment, but I understand that we have Janice from Meru on the line. Janice, what's your question or comment?
Hello.
Hi, Janice.
I'm Janice from Meru. I see what leads someone having a big VJ, yet you've not even given birth.
Say that again.
What are the results of someone having a big VJ if someone has not yet given birth and bearing in mind you're still very young?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Janice. I think you've captured the question, Daktari.
Yes. So those the perception of having large internal organs is that it's a perception, but so you have to move it towards reality. And the way you do it two ways. One, you see the doctor. So the doctor does two things. One, a physical assessment, and two, a psychological assessment. Then you now make a treatment plan, if there's any, based on that. You get. So we have a lot of people who think that their private parts are big. You get what I mean? And then when you do assessment, they're saying, no.
You're okay.
You get, yes, then